First things first, we got to address all of the comments from episode 6. And you're probably thinking, Monster, what the heck are you talking about? Episode 6 was like a week ago. And yes, I understand, but these episodes are really far ahead and I upload every other day, so that's why we're so far ahead. Every single comment was saying, Monster, why the heck did you put Venomous and Cleave on your aspect of the dragons? It is completely ruined. You are such a noob and blah, 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 blah. Listen, this is my aspect of the dragons. I've been playing this game for almost 5 months now, and I always put Cleave and Venomous on my weapons. Cleave does not actually decrease your damage by 40% or what everybody else was saying because of the first strike. That is very situational, like very, 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 very situational, and that also doesn't mean that it removes 40% of the damage from your weapon. It only interferes with first strike very occasionally. Now, some of you guys clearly do not even understand what Venomous is or what it actually does, but people still think that Venomous and also Fire Aspect cause invincibility frames, which they do not do that anymore. A couple of updates ago, this was fixed by the developers, and that's why people dislike this. Personally, myself, I really like this enchantment because it slows things down, but please get your facts right before you start calling me a noob, okay? Also, I would completely understand if I got, say, a knockback enchantment and you were calling me a noob and hating on me, because then you actually have a valid point. But these things, just be quiet, okay? Now, I'm just playing with you guys. I appreciate your guys' comments, of course, but look, I enjoy those enchantments, so I like them, and I'm going to keep them on there. As you guys can clearly see, though, we completely forgot the critical book and a couple of other enchantments, and I have no clue how we did that for so long. But shout out to all the people who said you forgot critical on your aspect of the dragons, because I will admit, now I feel like such a noob for actually forgetting this enchantment, and thank you very much for reminding me. Alright, so a lot of people have been saying, Monster, this is a starter guide, and you're not doing that great of a job guiding us, which I don't exactly know how I can improve, but I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to give you guys a little bit more details about exactly how I make money, how I do all these different things, although still, like I said, I think I've been doing a decent job of it so far, but I understand there are ways that we can improve, so we're going to try to improve right now. And how I've been making money now, as you guys remember, I feel like I've been stuck on this, like, brokenness. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Let's go ahead and look at our bank account, and I don't think we have any coins in here. Yes, we have all the money in our purse currently, and I've been broke since I bought the strong dragon armor. Now, like I've always told you guys, money is super easy to come by if you want to farm summoning guides. I don't want to farm summoning guides, so what I do is I actually farm tier 3 Zvins, and you can easily make a lot of money by just doing Zvins and selling either the hamster wheels you get, and then also selling the golden teeth that you get, or you obviously get normal wolf teeth, convert those into golden teeth, and you'll make a lot more in profit off of that. So we just made 575k, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, a couple of minutes ago, like when I just started to farm tier 3 Zvins, like less than 2 hours ago, we literally started off with 200k in the bank. Well, no, maybe 122k, I guess. And as you guys can see, I withdrew 122k, and I used all that money to buy gold and turn the wolf teeth into golden wolf teeth, and now I came back with 617k. So it's really not that hard to go ahead and just grind tier 3 Zvins. Every single tier 3 Zvin takes me about 3 minutes in total to start it up and also to kill it, and it's really not that hard. You can have terrible gear. Honestly, like I was doing this in unstable armor. You don't even need strong dragon armor, but strong dragon armor makes it even easier because you're going to be killing them quicker. You can honestly probably use a Raider's Axe and maybe have a good amount of Talisman stacking, and you could probably kill them still with ease. Not sure, and I honestly don't remember if I showed you guys the skeleton minions, but we put these down last night and we got this one up to level 8. What I do is I basically fill up all my minion slots and get all the little guys to level 3, and then after that I turn the highest one and just pick one out of all of them and start getting that up to the highest level that we possibly can, and we stopped at level 8 for this guy. Now what I have up there is actually creepers, and honestly it feels like these are taking a little bit longer, probably because I'm not actually AFKing them for the most part. I'm honestly just kind of letting the minions do the work on their own. But make sure that if you guys have the kind of similar setup to me, you go in there with an intimidation talisman, because if not, these guys will begin making some holes inside of your little hopper system, and that's what happened to all these slabs right here. They were blowing up these slabs, and it kind of sucked, but it's not too big of a deal, obviously. Anyway, the highest one we have right now is level 4. All of the other ones aren't even level 2 or 3 yet. Like some of them, like this one, is still level 1, which is a little bit disappointing. Like I said, these seem to be taking a little bit longer than usual, but eventually by tonight or tomorrow, hopefully, we should be able to get this up to like 8. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm not entirely entirely sure. We'll see how it goes. All right, so we are currently doing some Tarantula Broodmothers rank 3, and I'm not gonna lie, in my opinion, these are the most unenjoyable Slayers, just because they are so much more difficult than any other Slayer. Now, if you guys are looking to do tier 3s, if I can escape all of these things, I'll show you my current stats. All right, so my current stats, and keep in mind, I did drink a critical 3 potion, so they would be a little bit less, of course, without this potion, but we got 99% crit chance, 373 crit damage, and 325 strength. Now, what we are using is completely strong. Wow, I didn't even realize these kind of have some pretty crappy reforges, so we could definitely get better reforges, but we got strong armor, and then we got an unstable helmet, soon to be spider helmet or tarantula helmet, because it would give us much better damage. And then also for our talisman, well, you guys can kind of see all these talisman on screen, but you guys want to get these kind of reforged optimally. I can't exactly tell you how to reforge your talisman, stuff like that, because it's very situational. Also, one final thing is that you need the radiant orb and the wand of healing, at least in my scenario. And yeah, even with that, it still almost comes close. But if we're being honest, the only times that I really got completely destroyed by this thing was when we actually didn't really realize that we were summoning it in. And the reason that I died to that was because I didn't actually place down my orb or have enough mana to, or my health was already low. And the thing about this Broodmother is that it does a ton of damage, and it also reduces your healing as well. So it packs a punch, and it also makes you heal less as well, which is just a really hard-hitting combination. Now, as you guys can see, if you do get the orb placed down, and then you are also kind of swapping to your Wand of Mending sometimes, you really shouldn't have too much of a difficult time killing the tier 3. But doing tier 4, oh my gosh, don't even ask me to do that, because I don't think I personally can, to be honest. But now, since we just leveled up to level 4, we are now able to use the helmet. And you might be thinking, Monster, you can only craft the helmet at rank 5, which you are completely correct. The thing that I didn't know is that you can actually use it at tier 4, which is amazing. So that means that I don't even have to do spiders anymore, and I can already use the Tarantula helmet to do a ton of damage. So there we go. We just got the Tarantula Slayer out of the way for now. We might come back to that later, but we got to get the helmet so we can do a lot more damage, and then we're probably going to just keep focusing on Sven so that we can make some money. So after many auctions, we finally won a Tarantula helmet. Now it has protection 5, obviously not growth, not too big of a deal, but we actually got it for 760k. I was thinking we were going to have to spend $1 mil, so I'm pretty happy with the price. Now, we may have to do some reforgery here with the talisman, but we do got the helmet on, and I want to see how much damage we actually do. Alright, so we got the talisman in our inventory, and our whole bag filled up, and oh, come on, 15k, but that wasn't a first strike. And then, come on, let me actually get first strike. Oh my gosh, 21k. Wow, that is pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to reforge some talisman, like I was saying, and see if we could possibly increase the damage. I'm not entirely sure if the talisman optimizer actually could optimize the talisman for this specific reason. But anyway, I'll leave a link in the description to the talisman optimizer Discord so that you guys can use it for yourself. It's really useful, and honestly, it increases your damage a ton. Hey, once again, we did another stream. We farmed some Svins, and we got 12 golden wolf teeth. And now we just got 1.3 mil, almost 1.4 mil, which is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Also, we got the creeper minions up to level 7. Takes way too long to get them up to level 8, so I picked those up and I just put down some spider minions and also some cave spider minions. These seem to be leveling up super quickly, and plus they both give off drops that level up each other, which is really good. So I kind of did like half and half for these, and I think by the time we're done these, we might have our minion slots. If not, we might have to go through the blaze and maybe the magma. I kind of forget, not gonna lie. Holy crap, this episode has been tracked on for like 3 or 4 days just because I've honestly had nothing to do, and I've just been doing the same thing for so long. Now, you guys probably have no idea what I'm actually talking about, but we basically have finally reached Wolf Slayer level 6, which means that we can now use the Pooch Sword. This took a very long time, especially since I pretty much only did tier 3s with a couple of tier 4s in there as well. It took me an insane amount of time to do this, and I just got bored. Like, it's literally so boring doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, so I stretched it out to the course of a couple of days. And after ending it all off, we got a lot of wolf teeth. So we almost have 2 full large storage boxes filled with them, which is not too bad. That is either a lot of money or possibly a Pooch / Mastiff armor craft. I'm not entirely sure. I definitely want to at least make a Shaman Sword, but other than that, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do with the rest of the golden teeth. And then on top of that, we also upgraded the spider minion to level 9, which we're actually so close to leveling up to level 10, but I think I'm going to pick it up. And we did the same for the cave minion spider as well. We got both these guys up to tier 9, which we're so close getting them up to tier 10, and it's honestly so good that they help each other out, and these minions were the easiest easiest by far. Now, I think what I'm gonna start on next is probably Blaze Minions, maybe the Magma Cube Minions, probably the Magma Cube Minions, to be honest. Magma Cube Minions are easy money and easy upgrades, so I feel like that's a good reason to start back on them. Looking at our bank, we're at 1 million coins right now. We got a lot of our money back from doing all those Wolf Slayers from the hamster wheels, but still not too crazy. We really didn't clearly profit that much. And we also got a Bat Talisman for only 11k, which is not too bad. You guys might be thinking that's a lot of money, but dude, Bat Talisman can go from 11k all the way up to 100k. So I personally think that's pretty good. And then another thing that we did that I didn't show you guys is that we actually got magic find potions. I did this during the last spooky festival just because we had a lot of extra candy left and I knew that we needed magic find potions, especially if we're going to be doing Sven Wolf Slayer. So I got a bunch. Like I said, we did get a bunch and I think people were opening gifts with me. I'm not entirely sure. So that's how I got all this stuff. Quite honestly, I literally don't remember. All I know is that I didn't open my gifts. I still put all my red and white and green gifts here, but I honestly don't recall how I got all these extra crappy potions. Anyway, it's time for me to click endlessly buying gold so that I get enough enchanted gold to turn all of these wolf teeth into golden wolf teeth. I'll be back in like an hour or two. Yippee. So now we got 16 stacks of enchanted gold, which took a little bit of time. Not too bad. So I believe we can craft about 32 golden wolf teeth. Let's go ahead, craft it up, and I'll see you guys once they're all crafted. There we go. 32 golden wolf teeth. Not too bad. If you guys didn't actually know, pretty interesting fact, that is exactly enough to make a mana flux power orb, but we do need the enchanted lapis blocks, which are not exactly that cheap. I mean, they probably average like 100k each, but 400k is kind of out of our budget currently. So, I kind of planned out exactly what I'm going to do with the golden teeth. I would like to craft myself an entire Mastiff set. The Pooch Sword is actually 48 golden teeth, which is a lot. And then plus the Shaman Sword is only 2. So, we're going to go ahead, definitely craft the Shaman Sword. But on top of that, I want to craft a full Mastiff set. Eventually, I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. But what I do want to do is I want to craft one Mastiff helmet. That requires 4 golden teeth and then a stack of enchanted gold, which is nothing. And then 1 helmet of growth. Now, this helmet of growth is honestly pretty expensive and super tedious to craft. It requires 5 stacks of enchanted dark oak wood. Now, I believe I priced this out before, and I believe that 1 full stack of enchanted wood costs 51,200 coins. So multiplying that by 5, I believe this entire helmet costs about 256,000 coins, which isn't too bad. So 256k plus a stack of enchanted gold, which is about 50k. So let's just round that up to 300k. And then we add in 4 golden wolf teeth. That's about another maybe 200k. I don't know, the pricing's pretty hard, but either way, for this helmet we should be receiving about 1 million coins at the lowest. Every single piece of massive armor in the auction house goes for about 1 mil, so realistically we should be making a decent amount of money off of this, and then once we get the mil off of this helmet, we can re-put that back into getting the rest of our Mastiff set or do whatever else we want to do with it. But the thing is, before we can actually start purchasing the wood and turning that into enchanted, we actually have to unlock the recipe. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, get a golden efficiency 5 axe, get haste 3, and start going to town on all of those trees. Boom. There we go. We unlocked the growth recipes, which isn't actually too bad. It didn't take too long at all. I got 1 haste 3 potion. This says this takes 17 minutes. So we're at 8 minutes right now. And that basically took us about 10 minutes long. Not long at all. We also got 40 enchanted dark oak wood, maybe like 42, 44 once we craft up the rest. Oh, 44 exactly, which pushes us a little bit closer to crafting a growth helmet or whatever other growth piece we really want to craft before we even need to craft it and buy the rest of the wood from the vendor. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty lazy person, especially when it comes to grinding and stuff like that, but dude, getting a haste 3 potion with an efficiency 5 golden axe, honestly, it's not hard at all to unlock this, and you really get a good amount of enchanted dark oak out of it as well, so it's a win-win-win-win-win. Boom, we got the 5 stacks of enchanted dark oak, so theoretically we should be able to craft a helmet of growth. Not too bad at all. Now, what do we need to finish this off? Well, we already have the golden wolf teeth, but we do need a stack of enchanted gold. So we have 6 already, and you might be thinking, uh-oh, monster's at 15k if you look down at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, but if you guys forgot, we actually have saved 50k from our event rewards for like the entire month. I don't remember when the spooky festival we got that was, but it was a very long time ago, and we saved that money. So kids, this is exactly why you should save your money. Now I'm gonna go to the gold mine, and then I'm gonna go ahead and purchase a stack of 64 gold, and then we'll have our first Mastiff helmet. Oh my gosh, just like that, we now got a full stack of enchanted gold. Boom. Boom. Ooh, okay, boom. And then the last piece is, the last key to the treasure is the golden teeth. And now we have a Mastiff crown. Oh my flippin' Jesus. Now we got to, well, I mean, we don't really have to put growth on here, but just to make it look better, we'll go ahead, we'll throw a growth book on here. So I might have to go buy some more stuff. And then also we're going to reforge this like once. We literally only have 13,000 coins left and we don't have any more than that. So we're going to go ahead, we'll reforge this once. Let's see what reforge we get on this. Oh boy. Okay. You know what? Let's just, oh baby, that's what I'm talking about. I think that's the best reforge. No, maybe strongest. I don't know. Still, godly, one of the better reforges we could have got. Now let's go ahead, buy a bunch of dark oak wood and hopefully get growth on this thing. Boom. There we go. We got growth on that helmet. Now let's go ahead, auction this off for a little while and see how much money we actually get. I'm hoping we get over 1 mil, but we'll see. All right. So we back after auctioning this off and we got 1.1 mil, which, you know, is okay, but I would have liked more. But the thing is that every single time I put something out for the auction, it's usually never prime time. Like if I would have auctioned this 12 hours later, I probably would have gotten a lot more money for it because that's when a lot more people are online, but it doesn't really matter. I need the money now anyway since I'm completely broke. Now, I think what we got to do next is craft a Shaman Sword. I know, I'm just kidding. It's Shaman Sword. I think, hopefully I didn't purposely accidentally pronounce it wrong. Anyway, it's only 2 golden teeth, 8 enchanted iron, and 4 enchanted bones, which we should have all of except for the iron currently. So let's go ahead and check out the bones real quick. And oh yeah, baby, we got the bones. Now we got to get the enchanted iron, which I don't think we'll have, but that's okay. We'll buy it from the vendor, which shouldn't cost too much at all. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. We got that Shaman Sword. That's what I'm talking about. Now we got to get the enchantments on this, and then also this sword is only good if you actually have Mastiff armor. The reason for that is because it deals +1 damage per 50 max HP. And the reason that this sword's only good with that is because you have thousands of HP, like 18, 20,000 HP with the Mastiff armor. But the Shaman Sword is also not even really that great. When you transform it into a Mastiff Sword, that is when this thing becomes a really hard hitter. Now, the only thing is that this Mastiff Sword is really, or the Pooch Sword, my bad, is really expensive. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bang out a couple more Mastiff armor pieces and I'll auction those off, and then eventually we'll have a good amount of money, a sustainable amount of money. And so I don't know, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do right now, but I'm going to have to craft up a ton of dark oak wood if I really want to make ourselves a full set of Mastiff. I'll also have to buy enchanted diamonds off the auction house, which, I mean, a stack goes for about 90k, so it's going to cost me around 200k for the enchanted diamonds, and the gold I'm not really worried about. So after many please wait a bit before doing this, we have finally crafted a full growth set, which honestly took a very long time. We actually crafted another helmet, I believe, and then we sold that in the auction. We got another 1.1 mil because I needed a little bit more money to finish off the growth set. And then we also got 2 stacks of enchanted gold, 2 enchanted diamond stacks as well. And now we are going to go ahead and craft ourselves a full Mastiff set, which quite honestly I'm pretty happy about because we also enchanted the Shaman Sword and reforged it to spicy, which is really good. Now the enchantments honestly are pretty much every single enchantment which actually affects damage. Let me know in the comment section down below if I'm missing any. I know there's like Vampirism and some other enchantments which are pretty good for like lifesteal and stuff like that, but this is all the enchantments I need, I believe. I could be missing a couple, like Scavenger obviously, but that's not a big deal. Stuff like Ender Slayer and Cubism, literally just completely pointless for this sword. I have it on my aspect of the dragons, but Cubism is completely pointless. Like I would never actually use that enchantment just because I'm never going to go around killing magma cubes. So I don't care for useless enchantments like that for this sword. But yeah, so for right now, oh my gosh, I think we got all the enchantments that we could possibly need. And also, if you guys are wondering, does the enchantments or even hot potato books transfer when you upgrade the spicy Shaman Sword to a Mastiff Sword? Yes, all the enchantments and reforges and hot potato books do transfer over to the spicy Pooch Sword. So when you do upgrade the Shaman Sword to the Pooch Sword, everything is transferred over. So I would recommend reforging it before you turn it into a legendary sword because it's actually a lot cheaper to reforge epic items versus legendary. Anyway, we got the full Mastiff set. Let's go ahead and see how much HP we got. Okay, wow, starting out with 11k HP. I think that's really bad, but when we do hold out the Shaman Sword, we get 15k, which still is kind of I don't think that's really that great at all. I believe on my main account, when I first started off with Mastiff, I believe I came out with about 18,000 HP. One thing is obviously we don't have growth, which I think with growth would be almost 300 additional HP, but still we're talking thousands, not hundreds. So I think I'm definitely gonna have to reforge my talisman a lot. All right, so testing our damage with the Shaman Sword, we got 8.8k. Oh my gosh, that is such horrendous damage. Oh my lord. And then with the aspect of the dragons, how much damage are we doing with that? 8.2k. Wow. They yeah, very similar damage. So yeah, we basically do no damage at all, which is awesome. So I think the smartest thing to do would probably be to make another couple pieces of Mastiff, auction them off, get money for that, and then eventually save up and get enough golden wolf teeth to craft up a pooch sword. Also, maybe if I reforge my talisman, it might go a little bit better. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess we'll probably do that next time. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this video. I forgot to record an outro, but thank you guys very much for watching the video. If you get new and you hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button and turn those post notifications on as well. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.